we're getting ready for a filming day for our 48-hour film shoot. It is a Western. We chose two genres. We chose action and Western. And the crew majority, well, they wanted Western, so that's what we're going to do. And I'm looking forward to it. This is the first time for my dad, Al Gradowski, to be involved in one of these 48-hour film shoots. He's actually our executive producer. So he had the cowboy hat on all night, and he definitely knew what he wanted to do, and the crew and everybody agreed. And so here we are. We're headed out to a dirt road this morning. In the background, you can hear my cats as Janine prepares breakfast for the crew, who should be arriving soon. So I'm looking forward to it. It's a big foggy morning right now, so we'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Breakfast of champions for our crew. We're having bagels, all kinds of cream cheeses, and there is the best thing of all, Fuel high octane coffee. What we like the best. Our short film production. This is going to be here's our Hell's Half Mile packets there, and there's our writer sleeping because hopefully she's been up all night writing. We got a lot to do today. See, this is the kind of morning that we have ahead of us. It's kind of dreary, foggy, but nonetheless it should be a good day, about 70s and 80s. So the crew should be here probably within the half hour, and then we're gonna go over the script and get moving. We're out here on location, which is out near Munger. Technically it's Bay City according to the GPS. Behind me is nothing but farm fields, essentially. And there's Vicky in the background there. And Alex is quick changing up some boots, so we're gonna get this ball rolling. Problem is we got power lines in every direction, so we'll see what happens. Crew, there's Caitlin over there, and Vicky, and Marjo, being Marjo. And as you can see, this is what our backdrop kind of sort of looks like for our epic Western film titled Draw. Draw with an exclamation point. So, and there's Alex over there getting ready. Alright, we do this. This is as good as we're going to get for dirt roads. So dirt and gravel, but we'll make it work. Our cast on the left here is Mr. Tom Cox. Kind of looks like he's in a band or something. He's got the guitar. And then there's Alex Alexandro, and playing our, I don't know if you want to call it our hero, the struggling artist. And then the rest of the crew. And I think we got some sunlight coming up. Anyway, here we go. Alright, let's do this thing. This is the middle of the scene of, there's Caitlin with her boom, and there's Abby and Hannah, and Marjo out in the field. Alright, we're still rolling, guys. Here we go. Here we are. We're in the final stages of the scene. We just got done doing Tom's part here, walk down the road. We're going to make Alex look like he's sweating bullets. And here, we have actually a pretty beautiful day, but it is getting warmer, and we are getting crispier by the minute. Alex pretending he's working.
Michigan snow in Bay City.
Nice. Alex and Tom seeing their confrontation. There's all of our cars. Zuby joined us. Hi, Zuby. And then there's Caitlin with audio, Marjo, camera, and you can just see where we are out in the middle of nowhere. It's a pumpkin farm nearby we keep telling everybody about. There we go. I'm out here in the wilderness doing my wilderness bit. This is my fancy hat. Yeah. Actually, this hat was part of a costume character for Randy Bierman in our 909 for Good Time movies. And Marjo just took a picture of me. And there's Marjo and the crew. Hi. Caitlin not paying attention. That's okay. She's doing a fantastic job today. We'll talk to her later. All right. Oh, look at Zuby throwing up gang signs. Where are you? Gang. Representing her sorority, I guess.
Zeta! Only the best get crowned.
Working hard, diligently. I was just yelling at Alex, trying to prove a point.
Yeah, you're sure.
Oh, shit. Here's our mean old Tom.
You're meanie. You're meanie.
I think Caitlin's having fun. Alright, back to my job now. There's Zuby. Hi, Zuby.
Hi.
Alright, we're back, and we're gonna load up footage, and we got everything shot. Got it out there about 10:30 or so. Back by about, let's go on 2:30 right now, and we're done probably about a little bit before 2 o'clock, about 1:45. So had a pretty good day so far. And here we go. And here's the spread that we have for this afternoon. Some barbecue beef burgers and some hors d'oeuvres of sorts. Very good, very good, very good stuff. Looking ready to dive in. In post-production, I'm hanging out here with Caitlin, who's doing audio while we're cutting the film. Excuse me, I will show you some little bits and pieces and a little bit of over the shoulder. In fact, I don't know if you can see it real well, but we got burned pretty darn good today. See, there you go. Yeah, it's not good. It's funny part about it is we actually brought sunscreen, but we didn't use it. So, anyway, show you what we're up to in a second. Here's my shot right now, me playing as, well, just some random farmer of some sort here. And if you can see, just kind of play a little clip here. I got a bad feeling about this. And that's what we're working on right now. The other part of that is, you know, we're trying to get the idea of the tone of the film and what we want to do. Obviously, it's going to be faked. A Western style, so we're kind of messing with the color a little bit just early on to get an idea of what we're going to do. You can see we shot in full frame here, and here is supposed to be like the faked widescreen, that kind of thing. So we're doing that, we're laying it all out, we're getting it going, and behind me is Caitlin working ever so diligently on audio. Let's take a look. That's audio, and we keep reading numbers to her and all this stuff, and she's doesn't know which way to go, I guess, on it, maybe. I don't know, I'm just guessing. No, she's a professional. I'm screwing up her concentration. So, we'll be back in a bit. We're still editing, and it's around 10 o'clock. We are trying to make more of a finished product more than anything. So, Caitlin's still refining the audio. I'm still moving scenes around and fixing the color correction, see if we can kind of get that idea. But we have titles and some credits in place, so we'll see what happens. So we got a lot of work yet ahead of us. So stay tuned, and hopefully I have an update either later tonight or sometime tomorrow. Folks, welcome to my humble abode / office. I had to put a hat on this morning because I got like crazy hair going on from yesterday. I just woke up. It's going on 10 o'clock now on Sunday. We got the cut pretty much fully done and colored as of late last night, about midnight or so. Today we put in some of the final bits of music, fixing up the sound, and getting the credits and stuff together so we can be done today. It has to be handed in by 7 p.m. 7 p.m. on the dot. So anyway, we chose Western. I wasn't really that intrigued into doing a Western in a short period of time, but cast and crew really pulled it off, and Matthew, our musician and composer, has done a phenomenal job, and I cannot wait to share this with everybody. It's definitely going to be something different. To me, it just feels like a Pixar short, and that's not a bad thing. It's actually got a pretty good story to it. It's simple, and simple is what you want to do for the 48 hours. So far I'd say we got a win on our hands. So in the background here, probably see Tom here. In fact, I'll show you here a better clip in just a moment. But yeah, so here's our day. We're in post-production, and we're wrapping up and getting ready to turn it in. Then after that, we get to crash and get some more sleep. Here we are, wrapping up post-production. I'm going to send another file off to Matthew, our composer. As you can see, I got all cleaned up for today. Had to shave off that big scraggly kind of a beard going on yesterday for my scene. In a weird way, that I guess that's kind of why I grew it out. Anyway, so here we are. We're awake. We've had a pretty good weekend. It's really all about balance. It's about keeping the story simple. It's about keeping the characters interesting, and about bringing basically those elements together. We started filming yesterday about 10:30ish. We were done by about 1:30. And then we were in post-production about 3-4 o'clock after we break for lunch. So it's all about being well fed, well rested, having a simple story, and basically not lose your mind over trying to make an epic in 48 hours. So far it's worked pretty well. Yeah, so we're wrapping up post-production, doing the odds and ends, fixing the sound, fixing audio levels, fixing all kinds of stuff. So stay tuned, and we're going to have to do a wrap-up video when we go to hand it in later at the Hell's Half Mile office. As you can see, here we are in post-production today here on Sunday. Here's our entire timeline. It's just a mess right now. A lot of little things we gotta take care of. If you look on our big monitor here, there's our executive producer, and there's our ending shot. Obviously, this movie will release before, maybe before the behind the scenes. I'm not sure. And then there's Tom, Mr. Tom Cox, looking like the Man in Black. The Man in Black. Johnny Cash there with the guitar and everything, walking off into the distance. Such a beautiful shot. Our most difficult thing about shooting a Western, especially modern day, is there was actually a lot, if you can see the mouse here, there was a lot in the background, a lot of power lines and stuff out here, telephone poles and stuff out here. This shot actually, I had to fake putting all the sun and everything in here. In fact, if I can for just a moment, I'll turn some of these effects off, and you can see the difference in the shot. So there you go. That's the shot ungraded. It's very flat. It's kind of boring. There's nothing else going on here. But then if I go and I turn everything on, you'll see here in a second. So we fix our color correction, fix our whites, grade our shot, and then add in our lighting, and you can see it's a much different picture, but I think it really encapsulates the Western style of the film that we made. So anyway, we're gonna have some more stuff on the way here throughout the rest of the day, and then we will be done. And this will be our second 48-hour film short in the can for the year, and probably my last until 2019. This is why you need to be fully prepared, because even on a system that runs pretty fast for the most part, you'll see that even at a maximum render, this file can be pretty good size. This is a 4-minute 42-second film. That's the full length, and it's a little over 1084 megabytes, which is a little over a gig. Not that big, but big enough, and it can slow some things down. This box is actually hiding a shot of Alex. I'm not sure why, but it's hiding a shot of Alex. Well, I'm not sure why it picked that frame, but it did. Maybe that's where I left the cursor. But anyway, so we're rendering and waiting. I just said my farewells a few minutes ago, and right now this is what I get to look at. And then as soon as it's ready, I'm dumping it onto a USB drive, and I'm getting out of here and headed to Bay City. Here we are. I was hoping to get to downtown Bay City by 5 o'clock, and it is, well, 5:45. Actually, it's about 10 to 6. And I'm waiting on, if you see the background here, I'm waiting on a render to get finished. I rendered once already, had a couple little hiccups in the render, and I could have left it alone, but I figured we could just re-render. Well, that's what happens. Anyway, it's a little over a 1.5 gig file. Of course, it's full HD, so it's going to be a little bit bigger. But other than that, we got everything done. So had a great time with the cast and crew, and everybody that came out and participated. This is for the first annual 48-hour Hell's Half Mile Film Slam, and we were so glad to be a part of it. And it looks like this, I believe this will be my last 48 for the year. So, all right, well, thanks again for joining us on this journey. You got to see how things progressed along the way. And stay tuned for the future, because as always, we'll do some more 48s. It's a great way to network, connect with others, and even try new gear, new techniques, things like that. So until then, I'll see you then. Bye. Here's Tammy. This is proof that I'm handing it on time. So if you say otherwise,
34.
was I there? I didn't see the watch, so I was kind of. Oh, okay.
6:30. Just put that for the record. Also, 6:30.
Oh.
Jeff was 4 minutes ahead.
There's Jeff. 4 minutes ahead.